Hey folks, welcome back to this time just Flying Crowbar Factory Simulator 2022. My intro has become slightly shorter because we finished Rab-ional Thinking, I'm going to call it now apparently. Yeah, we finished Lab Rational Thinking, yes we did. This is going well. But we still have like quite a lot to do here. Well, okay, it looks like we have loads to do. But we've done, as far as I understand, we've done up to... Well, okay, so I can look at the ones that I've been given hints for. So C4, did I end up skipping that again? I did, yeah, okay. And then we did D3. Yep, I got that one, and I was quite close the last time I was doing it. D6 is apparently next. D6 is the new one, isn't it? So that's D3. Wait, no, that's D4. This is D5. D6. Wait, did I do D5? Yes, I did D5. Then D6. Okay. So this is new. So when I started the game, I didn't have this to defeat. So maybe I should just like not look at hints for this because I've not looked at it all yet. So here we go. We've got fixed things, which is nice. Like there's just like a explosion in complexity once we've got the question mark things, and we can fill the toolbox with whatever we like. So we need that to be a... Well, we need that box to be on that button. So something needs to do that. And I guess whoever does that is gonna die. Oh, ooh, also that happens. What would stop that from happening? If one of them... If one of them has to go here to stop it, I guess? Okay, now it's figuring out how do you do all this? You could turn around, I guess. Do something like that. You're going to be in the way. Let's get you out of the way like that, I think. Sure. Ah, but you can't turn there. So you actually just need to turn left. Okay, cool. I think you'll be too early right now. Slightly too early. In which case, like maybe if we do this... Okay, so the timing is actually off by like 1, rather like or like an odd number. Like you need to be 1 ahead while you're there. Now, the way we deal with that, which we learned in another puzzle, is that we like... Sorry, I'm coughing a lot, which is why there are these sudden moments of silence. So, like the way we deal with like off by 1 situations is that we use turning against a wall to change that. However, so like let's say we were turning, let's say it was you that was turning that way and we were turning against like this, right? So that would mean from here, let's just imagine the crowbar's already here and we go 1, turns in that turn, 2, 3, 4, turns in that turn, 5 to get to there, right? Now if we do this, what does that do? So that was 5, it was an odd number. 1, 2 to turn, 3, followed with, which includes a turn, 4 for the next turn, 5, 6, 7, 8, including the turn, 9. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. Like doing a thing where we hit the wall and then turn and then hit the wall to turn and then turn around afterwards doesn't change the parity of like the distance that you've moved. It stays an odd number in that case. Whereas if I put 2 like left turns of hitting a wall in, that is different to if I do this. Okay, so let's just like do the maths for that. So let's say we're starting here, going rightwards, and I'm going to count to when we get here. So let's say we were doing this. It would be 1, including a turn, 2, including a turn, 3, including a turn, 4, 5, 6. Turn would be 7, 8 to get there. 8 to get there. Here, so that's an even number. Like, let's say we don't put any turn tiles in. 1, 2 to turn, 3, 4, 5 to turn, 6, 7. Odd number. Yes, okay. So, but why is that? So, because like on this side, we're either turning immediately and going that way, or we're not. That adds in 1 to turn that way. Then going down and back again is always an even number, right? So, because the distance doubled will be even. And then there are 2 turns on there. No, there's not. There's 1 turn on there because 1 turn happens immediately. The next, no, there are 2 turns. 2 turns. Oh, but one of them is the same as moving the distance. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, there's only 1 turn where we're like stuck on that. Yeah, so that ends up being an odd number. Oh, gosh. Anyway, so now that we've done that maths, how does it help us? Well, we have some situation where the other thing is that we do have, these are all offset from each other by 1. So maybe we do just send the middle one and then you turn around and we go against the wall. Because then I think the alignment might be good. It would be if you were slightly faster. I think. Wait, why did that not do anything good? There we go. Okay, they're destroyed. Then what? So we have a phaser thing. So we obviously have to phase through to get to here. With a box on there. How can this work? Like we're gonna need to phase like here or here. Could that work? No. Well, maybe we phase here, but then we'll never push the box. And we can't do that. Yes, we can, because we'll skip over that, won't we? Okay, so I can see this being a thing where you're pushing that along. Oh, get rid of that. Whoops. That happens. Then somehow... What? Because yeah, if we hit that, we would face through this wall, but then there's 2 things to cross. What are we crossing? Is this where we learn? Okay, so what happens? Have we done it before? I feel like I might have tested it before. Which is, what happens if you phase a crowbar over another crowbar? I'm pretty sure I tested that in something. Or did I do it in, I think I did it in that one where we had to decouple the 2, there were like 2 pairs of crowbars. I think we did it there. I'm not sure as part of the solution, but like, pretty sure I made it happen. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, one can phase through the other. But then that means I still would need 2 crowbars here. So the one that's here needs to still be alive, but that can't happen because one of them needs to be pushing a box there. And that box needs to stop at some point. Like it could stop later, but then it's not on the button and it probably never will be on the button, right? Or is that not true? Like if we push you past the button, is there some way that could end up working? But still, you'd be stuck. The crowbar would... Oh... No. Well, either we'd push the box too far if that weren't there, and it would get stuck in the corner, or that would be there, the box would be there, and we'd never be able to push the box away again. So no, it has to stop, therefore one of them has to die there, right? I'm pretty sure. So then when sending one through here, is it possible for it to be on the same crowbar in both places? No, I don't think so, because that distance is much longer. It's like I need all 3 crowbars to still be alive. Right? Because sure, we could phase through that, we could phase through there, but then we're just going to appear here and not phase through the next bit. There's no way we're pushing the box like right to left. Okay, so if we did push that along and we pushed it too far, what would that do for everything? It would. So at this point, what would we need? We would need that to be solid so that this doesn't get pushed anymore. Crowbar here and one coming through that phases across the wall. So I think that could work, except the button wouldn't be pressed at that point. This would just be stuck against this wall. How far can you go before, like what if you phase like that? What happens there? Turn around, push it back. Ah, maybe that's how we keep you alive. Although then, can you phase over a phasing crowbar? I actually have no idea what that would do. There's an awkwardness of like puzzles potentially relying on interactions that you aren't really able to test easily. I guess it wouldn't be that hard to test. Let's see this again. What happens? You go past the button, back again. So in this position, because we had 2 other crowbars that we've just done nothing with so far. One could be there, one could be phasing across. At this moment, phase onto you. That probably works, doesn't it? So maybe that's what we do. In which case, that there. Which one's going to be that? Maybe we just turn directly into that. Oh, get you to go out of the way, I guess. Whoops. How do we avoid that happening? I guess do something like that. Okay, what was the timing there? Let's see that again. Okay, you're about to bring that back. You're too early, basically. You're too early. Or you're too late, but you can't go any faster. That is the fastest route. Anything's going to be able to push that box that way and do all that stuff. So, you're too early. But that's also awkward because that's the longest route anybody can take there as well. Except by like doing a spinny thing. Like that. Those collided. Where did you go? You went that way? In which case, just do that and get stuck. Yep. Okay. This is going to be too slow on this side now. Yeah. They at least don't collide in that situation. So that now means that you need to be slower. Which I don't think you can be. You cannot be. Okay, this is just too slow for you. Okay, what else can we do? How else can we get the timing right? You have to be there. Well, unless it's a different one, unless it's you that goes that way. Okay. Worth thinking about. What's this do to the timing? You're too early or you're too late. It's also possible to do something like that. That would do a weird thing to the timing, wouldn't it? I think this is going to make you later. Yeah, okay. But still, maybe we combine that with this or something. Ooh, close. That is close to the timing. It's just that one of them. Okay, actually get rid of that and no, don't get rid of that. That's just going to make that much slower. I want it to be you, don't I? Do I? It's not good having you go down there, although it wasn't terrible actually, but whatever. I mean, that was that proof that they can phase over each other? I think it was. Yeah, there, like that. Okay. I have not seen proof that they can phase over a phased thing, and like, because like the condition for a phased thing becoming unphased again is it being outside of something solid. So do the two phased things keep each other solid? Because they're solid, right? Kind of, but they're not. They're phased. So I don't know if that really makes sense, but I'm hoping that's how it behaves. So just how do I get the timing to work out? I mean, okay, what's wrong with this? Well, let's get you out of the way. How do we get you out of the way again? Wait, no, you, I guess. Okay. The issue with this is, I mean, they're also just not at the right parity, right? So you to get here is 2 turns. You to get here is 1, 2, 3 turns. Wrong parity. Then this doesn't fix the parity? Surely it should, right? Because now there's like a extra turn there. No, this does. So that's 2 turns away. Now you're 1, 2, 3, 4 turns away. Okay, that fixes the parity. It's just now how do I get them to meet in the right position? Which is not that. But this shouldn't mess the parity up, right? The parity should still be the same. So 2 turns for you to get there, 1, 2, 3, 4 turns for you to get there. Yep. So if I could make you slower or something. And then it's just a case of getting the other one into that space at the right time, which is its own issue, but whatever. Do this. Okay, so right now you're too slow. But you have to do a loop like this. There's no tighter loop that you can do, right? I don't think so. I do not believe so. Except obviously just turn the corner. So then, is it about making you slower? How would I do that though? Like, what does that do to the timing? Whoa, this feels not good. I mean, obviously, but even if I space them out, it feels bad, I think. It's too much of a tangled mess. Yeah, I don't see it. Let's go back to it being you and... So it's never going to be you that's coming up here, right? Unless... is that true? Maybe it's you and you that go this way. And there's some timing that would work out there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So currently, not good. This does nothing to you. I can't turn you against a wall. I can turn you against a wall like that. That would do something. However, I think then they're basically on top of each other. Or almost. But yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's the parity's right, but like way too early. Well, if you go, what if you're the one that goes in there, and then you're the one that does that? Is the parity good? 1 to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the parity's good. The timing is not good. How would I make it good? Like I can't do anything. That's going to offset the parity, which isn't good. That would offset the parity on you, which would be good, but it's also not going to be long enough. I think I need to go back to something simpler, like you going that way and then slowing down one of the others. I've done this already so many times. Like you're 1, 2, 3, 4 away. But then that's too early. Well, we have problems. That's okay. It's interesting that like... Oh, so actually now I'm concerned because look what happens here. That phases on top of that and then goes there and doesn't become solid as though it hasn't come out of a solid thing. So it's almost as though that's like a completely different kind of state where sure it's phasing through an object, but it's almost like that object is just air, like, and we've popped out of it. So if that object is air, then what happens over here if there's two phase things? Maybe I need to actually test what that does. How do I do that? Let's just make one of them a thing. Although, how do we make the others like catch up with it? Well, I guess we need to slow it down somehow. What would this look like? Well, if you turn and hit a thing there, and then you turn there. No, but I need to have two things face through each other. Oh gosh, this is impossible. Two things that are both phasing, and find out what that does after a wall. This is like impossible to test. If this is part of the solution, how am I supposed to know how it behaves? So I kind of want to do that, but then also... I can't get them on that column though, can I? Meh. Is there any way to test this other than editing the game to find out? Would it help if I went to one, like a different level? Are there like later levels that... Where's that one that had like... No, oh gosh. The level select moves around when you escape out, which is kind of annoying. Because you can't just press escape and click in the same place. Potentially this one would be a good one to test it on. But I would also need... Okay, yeah, maybe we test it here. Okay. So... Turn... Phase... Go through a box... And then also have like these phase, but then, and then get the timing right. Okay. Okay, what happens? You become solid. Yeah, okay. So phase thing counts as air. They can't keep each other solid. In which case, I need a completely different plan. Okay. What's the completely different plan? Like we have wall, button, potentially button with box, empty space, wall, empty space. And we have to phase across it all. Do we have to phase across it all? Like what if that were there and that were there? Or just that were there? Wait, is that... Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like if one of the crowbars pushes that down, and sure, as we know, that already puts the thing in the right place. Well, the next one can just phase through here. Oh, okay. I think I made this more complicated than I needed to. Yeah, the next one can just phase through there and then phase through there instead of phasing through the whole thing. I was thinking that I had to have one solid line to phase through. Okay. In which case, this might be a lot simpler. It's a good job I did that test to find out that, like, otherwise I could have been going down that path for far too long, barking up the wrong tree. Okay, so what are we doing? Why have I got that there? Because something is going to go that way eventually. And something does need to be here eventually. That's fine. As long as you and whatever comes through skip each other, that's all fine. So, like, let's say it's you that's coming through. Are you too early? Well, you die. Are you too early? That's fine. You are too early, in which case we can do this thing that we've done before. Yeah, okay, if the other one just got there, that would be fine. See, we don't need you anymore. It's just a question of how do we get you there at the right time. Something like that. Ooh, like this? Come on. Come on. Yeah? Wait. Why not? What? Why did they destroy each other? I thought we knew we could phase through, right? Without colliding. Wait, why do I care at all? Why don't I just do this? Because then the pushing the box and back again won't work, right? Yeah, let's go straight in there. But maybe that's okay. In fact, yeah, isn't it totally possible? I once again can't remember the rules. Like, what's the end condition? What happens if I have spare crowbars and there's a thing there? Is it different between the two games or not different between the two games? I don't know. Yeah, why not just send you through and then have another one push it that way? Well, how am I supposed to get another one pushing it that way at this point? Yeah. Wait, so why isn't the phasing working? I've seen things phase through each other like that, haven't I? Have I not seen that work? Okay, if we can't phase through solid crowbars, then what can we do? Then I don't see how this could work other than having another phaser there. But we can phase through solid crowbars, can't we? I guess not. I guess a solid crowbar also counts as air. Or is not solid. Do I need to pick another level to test that out on? Yeah, they just collide and explode. There's nothing to do with the fact it was turning or something weird like that, right? Like, we could let you... No, we couldn't. That would turn left and left. Okay. Okay, back to the other level. Which one was it? E2? No, E3? Yep. We can do the same setup. Was it like that or like that? I think it was like that, wasn't it? And then this, but without the phaser. They just collide, okay. So you can't even phase through a crowbar. I've started off with a bunch of bad understandings of the rules. Okay. What does that mean then? What does that mean? That means I've only got one object I can phase through, which is this box. Therefore, well, the box can't be there, so therefore that has to be a phaser. And therefore, the box could go there if we could somehow push it back the other way. But then there'd just be a gap here. The box needs to be on there, then there needs to be something solid, or one of these. So is it possible to make the box collide with a phased crowbar? I don't think so. That would be weird. That would be very strange. Can't phase through a crowbar. So, what am I left with? Just the box and the walls. but 3 spaces that I need to phase through. Unless the box is like moving, but then it wouldn't be on the button at the end because like one of the spaces it needs to fill is that space. Also, I'd never be able to like make this solid because I can't commit well without destroying a crowbar. But then I'd never be able to push the box left again. Huh? I kind of feel like there's something about the rules I don't understand here. Perfect. Oh, interesting. You can drag to erase, but not to place. Weird. I'm kind of tempted to look at the hint. What's the hint say? Let's have a look. D6. D4 was phasing across moving crates. D5 was phasing on a moving crate. Wait, this is the same thing. D4 was phasing across moving crates. D5 was phasing on a moving crate. What? D6 is phasing on a crowbar? On a... So the hint is... Sorry, it's probably not that clear. So the hint is, quote, D4 was phasing across moving crates. D5 was phasing on a moving crate. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I might have to look back. And then D6 is phasing ... as though I'm supposed to fill in what's it phasing on. Moving crate. Let me look back at D4 and D5. What? Yes, this was phasing on moving crates as they were going that way. This was about also phasing on the moving crate. In the direction that it's moving. That was the only real difference there. Okay. D6 is phasing. What does that mean? There is another part to the hint. I assume like the conclusion of that. But we can't phase on crowbars, as we've just tested. That's just not a thing. At least not after a solid wall. What? Okay, hold on. How does it behave if... Which one was it? I don't remember. E3? Yeah. Okay. If we phase and then... Like, yeah, this is going to be fine because they see each other's air. Well, okay. They see each other's air, and so therefore they haven't even gone into something solid yet to be able to like become not solid. So can I use that to my advantage somehow? No? It would still mean that you and you would need to be phasers. Because we'll be phasing through solid stuff. Unless we don't actually phase through all that, although it feels like we probably are going to. But like, what if we just phase through... Like, can I just get there and go through? I mean, I can. I've done it before. Like, we just make the box collide and then turn and then phase through. Ah, maybe that's possible. That would feel weird. It doesn't feel like the hint is leading towards that. D6 is phasing. Gosh, this game is going to take me forever to finish. But what do I do? So I'm thinking just make this collide with something here. So that would mean turning right there at some point. In which case, something needs to turn around. Let's say it's you. But like to do that, we have to have something like that. Also, turning left there is difficult without that already being solid. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Well, if you've already gone through box thingy button. What? No, I don't know. I do not know. Should I read the rest of the hints? Okay, let's read the rest of the hints. Okay. So the rest of this is, so let's finish the sentence. D4 was phasing across moving crates. D5 was phasing on the moving crate. D6 is phasing on the moving crowbar. But I've already seen that doesn't work. So there's something weird about the rules. There has to be, because I've tried phasing on a moving crowbar. Is there something like if they're moving in the same direction, then they'll... How would that make any sense? How would they even get two things moving in the same direction and phasing on top of each other? Wouldn't they both end up in there? What would that even do? Then they destroy each other. Phasing on a moving crowbar. So I tried. But you can't phase on a moving crowbar. Except before you go into the wall. But that doesn't help me with anything. Because I'm coming out of a wall. I kind of wished because like I almost had it perfectly set up. What was it? Like this, like this, like this, like this, like that. And then the timing for you was something like this. Like this would have been beautiful if this were the solution, but it's not. Why doesn't that work? It feels like it should, because like if they're colliding, they're both solid objects, right? How do non-solid things collide? They must be solid. So it's colliding. But they're not solid because it counts as air for whether I stop phasing or not. Just weird rules. Weird rules that are kind of like self-inconsistent. I mean, maybe they're not inconsistent, but they're just not that intuitive, I guess, is the thing. What does this mean? I've got the whole hint here on a moving crowbar, but I can't phase on the moving crowbar. The phasing that happens on a crowbar before going into something solid isn't phasing. It's just we haven't started phasing yet. Like you become like into the phasing mode and you only start phasing once you hit something solid. But if I hit a crowbar before that, then sure I go through it because it's just air. Yeah, that's the weird. The collisions and it doesn't add up properly. So what am I doing? That needs to get there. But Potentially by doing this and going back again. And then... That's bad because then something goes over there, doesn't it? Beautiful. Yeah, by like intuitive logic, the solution that I've got here would make the most sense. But that's not how the rules work. Okay, what do I do instead then? Phasing on the moving crowbar, it just doesn't work. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. What could that mean? It could mean phasing through a moving crowbar before we go into the wall, but that still leaves, like, how do we get across this bit at the end? I guess if you weren't solid yet, and then we phase there, we'd hit this, we wouldn't make that solid, I guess. But I wouldn't care about there being a crowbar there. That's the thing, right? Is like, if we're talking about having a crowbar before going into the solid wall, then there's no difference between that crowbar being there and not being there. So why would I intentionally put a crowbar there? What's the other levels? Hold on, let's just try and do something. D6, E1. Okay. I didn't try this one that much, did I? Okay, let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wish I remembered the rules. What are the rules? It doesn't say place tiles to get flying crowbars to the exit. Yeah, but what about the ones that aren't on the exit? Is that okay? I don't remember. Do they have to die? Did Carrie tell me that? The way crowbar targets work is the crowbar sticks to it. If it's pink, which happens as the frame, all buttons are pressed. Second incoming object will just crash into it, destroying it. This is relevant on other levels too. That doesn't go into what the rule is in terms of, do all targets need crowbars, but do all crowbars need targets? What are you going to do? If we put a thing there, you just get stuck there. If we put a thing there, you just get stuck there. I don't see anything you could do except, like, hit a box. Right? And that is just better than that, because that occupies an extra space. So we're going to put you there, and then you can be the one that pushes this. That probably makes sense. And then you turn around and come back. Rather than sending one of these right, where we'd have to have a turn tile, and then on the way back you'd hit that turn tile again. You'd have to do like a big like loop around. Eventually you would go this way. Okay, but something also needs to come in here and hit this onto there. So there has to be a phaser at some point. There or somewhere. If it's there, what happens? Bad things. Ish. So you put that on there. Well, this box needs to go on there, right? Oh, unless we put another box here, of course. Okay. Is it an issue that that box gets pushed down? Not really. Okay, that's those two boxes in place. We need to put a box on here. These two are on targets already. So we'd need another box here at the very least. We'd also need to be able to avoid pushing you off, or push you off and bring you back on again. I can't avoid pushing you off because there's no space to put a phaser. So yeah, sadly, you are going to get pushed off, right? Because a box needs to end up on there. Unless you end up on there and then you end up on there. That's unlikely, isn't it? But yeah, there's like nowhere I can put that where I can also put a phaser to come back. Okay. I also can't set this one up unless I do something like this. But then we're going to face through that box, which is not going to be great. Okay. What's happening here? What did I place? I placed that one. Okay. Why did I put that there? Because like you would just put those two boxes on their positions, right? So maybe you just do that and that's all. In which case, I guess the problem is going to be that like if you hit that, you die, so you have to be phasing, so there has to be a phaser there. Yeah, I think that's true. In which case, I think doing what we did is good. That's, yeah. But then this is bad. So how do we fix this? Like put a phaser there. But I can't, yeah, I can't do this. That's my issue here. Like, yeah, there's something I can do. That's going to get pushed off. In fact, that destroys you. Well, no, not if I do that. Whoops. Okay, how do I make these not destroy each other's stuff? Hey, you went through. Cool. Except that box didn't get pushed the right way, so that's bad. I mean, that could just be further up. Oh no, but then I also need to face through it there as well. Although that's good. Okay, I quite like that setup. That's nice. Did that get pushed into the right place? No, because of you. Wait, no, it's still phasing. Okay. That has to be a phase though, doesn't it? Haven't I worked that out? Where am I using a turn tile? I haven't used a turn tile yet at all. Oh dear. Oh dear. We have to get a thing on there. Where am I using a turn tile? You go down there, you come back, you face through there. That feels good. You are currently bringing that box up and then pushing it onto there, which does work. Where am I using a turn tile and... Wait, okay, what if you turn early? Hey, that keeps the thing there. Temporarily. There's too many problems though. Okay, and you are just like phasing through that. That was interesting, like what that's done to the middle thing. Because now they collide and don't push that anywhere. Which is curious. Indeed. So how do we stop... How do we stop you from phasing? You have to go through something. So like this box maybe? Is that plausible? Like turn around and... Yes, that's plausible. Except that's been pushed that way. So you need to go further. So that would have to be that. Okay, you go up. You go there. And that might work because the box would be on top of it, right? Yes. Okay, I like. This feels close to something. Like this column and this column are happy now. Is that true? Yes, yes. Like eventually you go back to that button. So like, I'm okay with that. Okay. Okay. So then it's just... What's going wrong with the... When does it go wrong? Like when does one column just like completely mess up? Wait, so one of the issues we've got here is that it's not you that's going here. Who are you? Where did you come from? Wait, what's going on? What's happening to you? Let's follow you. Yeah, you're going right. Okay, you're over there. Okay, so you went left. Do I throw in another one of these? I think that makes things worse, right? Yeah, that makes things worse. Okay. I mean, maybe I don't care about you going there. That could be fine, as long as, like, this is almost done. If you hadn't pushed that off there. But you're gonna push that off there. You are gonna push that off there. Whether I like it or not. Yeah, I can't avoid that. Look, for this moment, that's active. And then it's not. Okay, what do I do? It's active. We're almost done. We're almost done. Doesn't matter if I move you down. In fact, that just covers up. No, those are basically equivalent, right? Yeah, those are equivalent. So... I mean, that's really good because that leaves you on that target. If only I could stop that happening there. And slowing you down doesn't help. Oh, yeah. Okay. I've got one little problem and no way to fix it. Because that cannot make you do anything different. So if you're not going to push that off there, then you need to be blocked again. Which means it has to be you. Wait, was that one necessary? I think that is necessary. Well, okay, if we don't do that, then they hit each other. I was just thinking, can I somehow make this solid so that you don't come this way? And you stick around in there. But then you would just push this box downwards. Should we look at the hints? I'm going to look at the hints. The test is send the leftmost crowbar across the horizontal shaft to push the crate onto the right, then get back to the left. That's what I'm doing. Cool. And how to synchronize each column to allow this. Okay, this is telling me nothing I don't already know. Moving the crates that start on buttons is a fail state. Okay, well, it's nice to have that confirmed. So moving the crates that start on buttons is a fail state. So never move these. So how does that work with you then? Because you're gonna move that next, unless like there's something else I can do here, but what? What? Like that can't be there, because then where am I phasing? Like through a box, but then that's gone. So no, like the only thing I can do is shorten this if I want to. Or put a box in and have it go to the corner and turn around like that. Sure, that's an option, let's do it. That just completely breaks this. So turning around and phasing feels like my most useful thing. I don't like that you're going there. In which case that means that has to be that, but that's still going to be a problem. Unless we can get these two to destroy each other. But like the timing doesn't work out. How would I stop you from going... Wait, get rid of that. How would I stop you from going left? By putting a right turn in? No. I mean, yes, that would stop that, but then it would break everything else. Putting a phaser in breaks everything else. I just don't have an answer for it. I've got no reason to put that there or there, which kind of makes me think I should be doing something else with this bit. But no, because like, I mean, there has to be a crate that goes in that, and if I'm not moving that, then it has to be, yeah, okay. So there has to be a crate here or here. And it doesn't matter which one, because it's the same. How do I avoid you disrupting all this? By something being here, or maybe I'm doing this wrong. But I didn't work out there's no other way out of this? I think so. I do that, but then I just block that space. Wait, does that also block that space? Well, I guess it's already blocked. Okay, this one feels good. In which case you need to face somewhere. What if you face there only? Nothing good. So it has to be there. Also, that works great for this as well. How do I fix you? I've been told that pushing the things off the starting positions is bad. And so the only way to make that not happen is to have you turn early and stop it. But then what? Oh, I don't know what to do. This game. I've got no ideas. Like, I don't feel like I can fix this, so then is everything else wrong? Like, I can't push that. If you're phasing... Okay, what if you're not phasing? Then we have other problems. Like, you have to be phasing, because that's there. But then why do I put that there? Why don't I just push that up? Remind me. Yeah, what's the issue with just doing that? Why do I even have another box and a thing? Yeah, okay, maybe that's my issue. Maybe we leave that column as is. And then we do this? I don't know. Although this might be solid. Oh, they both get destroyed. That's bad. That would never get there. I mean, unless I do that. Like, so maybe they're like, it would feel weird to have to leave this column completely blank, right? Oh, I don't know what to do. Not solved a single thing. And it feels so basically impossible to solve anything. Like, eventually you're going to push that off there. And I have no way of avoiding that because I can't put a phaser or something. I could send you away, but then the box would never end up there. So we need a box here, then there's nothing else that can go there. So you have to go there. So you have to not push this off. How do you not push that off? By being blocked by something. Another box there. Potentially. But it pushes the whole lot. So no, not potentially really, is it? That's the only thing I can do that prevents that from moving. But then what? I don't want you to go that way. Unless there's like some way of stopping you from being phasing now. How would that happen? You have to go through something solid like that or something. How is this ever going to work? That does not change the turn time, right? No, it's the same, I think. Well, if you're there, what's that do? Surely I'll just phase through you. Oh, wait. But then the thing's gone. Okay, so you have to be there. Do we look of answers? Do we look of answers? Like, what am I supposed to do? Just like bash my head forever? I am very much at the end of my ability to care. Wait, so what was E2? This one. What are the hints? What are the hints? This is very similar to your level, my level. My level was about freezing on a... Like, I think I know what the thing is here, right? I want to put a box here. But the only way to do that, because of the way they're set up, is to make them collide into each other. I mean, it was just awkward because there's another box that has to go there. It's like I had the solution to one half of it, but not the other half. Very similar to your level. So what you tried didn't work because you forgot you can phase through crates to maneuver around them. Stop by putting the lower crate on the button. Oh, okay, interesting. Stop by putting the lower crate on the button, but then how do I get the other crate on there? I guess we can do that next time. Yeah. Yeah. I can't handle this much longer. So potentially get more hints for those ones that I did, and then what's the hint for this one? You need to be more observant. Thanks. Okay, great. Great. That is the entire hint. I need to be more observant. What does that mean? Didn't I end up solving this? Oh yeah, but by breaking the game. That's the thing that needs to be covered. There needs to be a thing there. There needs to be a thing there, needs to be a thing there. Like, part of me is wondering if it's like there's some way of making this make an exclamation mark or something. That sounds impossible, right? What's the issue? What is the issue here? Why is this not just a case of because there's no crowbar on there? How do I get a crowbar on you? How do I get a crowbar on you? You'd have to phase through. You'd have to phase through. Like, why don't you end up on you? Because you get destroyed. Okay, so how do I stop you? Or how do I stop you? By putting a box? No, by putting a... Another crowbar? No. Well, actually, maybe. How do I... There we go. Yes, okay. Okay, we've got you on there. Wait, am I done? If you didn't collide, we'd be done, right? Maybe we can make that happen? Ah, except for that. So who is that destroys me there? You? You. Can I destroy you? I can? Okay. Is that the intended solution? I have no idea. Congratulations. Well, I did a level. I did F1 without breaking the thing. Although I don't know if that was the solution. Be more observant? I guess I figured out a way of stopping you. Guess that will have to do. All right, well, we'll accept that as a victory. See you next time for some more of this horrendous stuff. Goodbye.